story.
If you can't keep it together, Finley, I'll be in.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the podcast. I'm joined by Will.
Hi.
Alex.
Hello.
Harry.
Hello.
Liam.
What's up?
Who is this kid? Trevor.
Yeah.
And David.
Okay.
And I'm Finley.
Guys are useless.
I think that was
Guys
great.
are so useless.
I like that. No, I like
Stop
that.
laughing.
I like that.
Why do you guys find it so? Why do you not find that so funny?
Where do we go after that?
Alright, so
Okay,
read
wait. Let me
Thank
continue.
you.
Let me continue. Hey.
Yeah, read
Okay. You may notice we have some new faces here.
Faces.
You can't really
So-
see
Yeah,
it.
faces.
Voices. And yeah, pretty much Lachlan dipped because he's a little shit.
Bitch.
Hey, sorry,
Whoa.
swearing.
Chill out, man.
Same thing.
And yeah, we have a bunch of people now.
Alright, so just a few things to touch on before we start. Just want to thank everyone for all the support we got for our first episode. We got like 183 views and like 28 subscribers, which was pretty amazing. I haven't checked the SoundCloud stuff, but
The SoundCloud is dismal.
yes, dismal. I
Not the
believe the
best.
SoundCloud is, but that's fine.
I only know of one person who actually listened to it on SoundCloud.
was Ryan.
Yeah.
So
Future guest.
yeah, future guest.
That's cool.
Sorry that it's been like 3 months.
Yes. So the other things to touch on, it has been like 4 or 5 months since we did the last one. We've had a few troubles with the fires here in Australia, which we will touch on when we get into the podcast. But yes, and
I don't know.
yeah.
Let's go.
A few issues we had with our pilot episode. We've tried to fix some of them. We have a new setup here with audio. Everyone's sitting around the same table instead of recording it over Discord, which we can try for once. And yeah, right.
I don't sound like hot ass.
Yeah, Finley actually sounds alright now.
Yeah.
Do we want to get straight into the main topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let's go
for
let's
our
go
main
slide.
topic, we have the coronavirus,
Yes.
which is currently on
Coronavirus.
almost all of the news channels and everything. It's very prevalent in
pretty
society, I
insane.
guess. Does anyone want to say anything about the
It is pretty
coronavirus?
scary.
I've noticed-
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'm freaked.
I've noticed
So-
the death toll
so-
went up.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, I think it's like
It's
530
going
or something
very
now.
Plaguing. It's going.
It's
It's over
Plaguing.
800. I think.
No, just imagine some boys just rock up and quarantine your ass for having some flu. That's scary.
And we don't even know the full potential of this virus since it's really new.
There's little to no information
They haven't-
on any of it.
They haven't even named it yet, have they?
No, it's
Yeah,
still
it's just
the
called
new coronavirus.
Yeah, it's just
New.
So, yeah, they've even been quarantining the cities with.
Where do we want to even?
Yeah.
Even wanna
So-
start?
So
Ryan,
this-
bring that
Ryan,
clip
just-
up.
just
Bring that
bring up
clip
the
up.
video.
We'll
Bring
start
that
with-
clip up.
hey Jamie, pull that.
Oh, okay. So let me just make sure I've got this.
Ants
Yeah.
transform.
Yo, Jamie, bring the clip.
Hey, Jamie.
So like, it's clipped by the Guardian,
Oh yeah.
and it's literally this is the hospital that they were building in
Or is
10
that
days.
in 10 days?
Yeah.
It's like that's.
This
that's
was the
keeping
hospital
people-
because all the hospitals in.
But think
the-
about
not
this.
stop
Look,
as
look at
well.
the way that they're building it. It's
Skills.
look at how many there are
Yeah.
of them.
It's
a lot of
1,000 beds.
It's a lot of pre-made
Doesn't get-
concrete.
Yeah.
That's
It's
slave
pretty
labor.
amazing.
That's insane.
Slave labor at its finest.
So they're building these because the hospitals in all the cities that have been quarantined are over capacity now, I believe, with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Already.
Wow.
They've even quarantined the cities. They've put roadblocks in, which consist of a dump truck dumping piles of dirt in the road that you can't drive past. So they've been quarantining the cities so people can't change cities in case they spread the virus.
Are they like
Because
one
a dude
level?
ate it bad.
Are they one level?
I believe this one was a snake. I think.
Oh,
No,
I
it was
think-
bat soup.
They don't know the
It
honest.
doesn't. There was. I've heard
It's just
both.
bat soup.
Yeah.
Wasn't
We'll
it
go
from
on
a
to-
dodgy fish
We'll go on
farm?
to-
Bad soup.
How cool would it be to be
Well,
patient
obviously-
zero, guys? That'd be epic.
Dr. Eric Ding has some good stats on
Oh,
here
Bing.
somewhere.
Ding.
Let's have a look.
Oh, ding.
Yes,
Ding.
It's a little.
Respect.
I was using Twitter and
Keep talking. Don't,
Oh,
come on.
Dead,
It's like-
dead air. What are we waiting for, bro?
I can't read.
But you're studying Wuhan, right?
What?
Yeah.
You're studying Wuhan.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
how did the virus got into our country? Because
Well,
Because people that
well,
were affected
All mates
to
freaked
the
out, and it
It's
takes
like,
takes a week.
one at a time.
It's just people that slip through the cracks.
Well, see, the problem is that as soon as it erased was just as Chinese New Year was happening. So all the Chinese people that live in
yeah.
Australia
Yeah.
went to Chinese New Year to celebrate with their family, and then they've come back, and then they found about the coronavirus. So that's why it's so widespread already so quickly,
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
with all the
it's like-
quarantine, because it happened just as Chinese New Year. So tourists
Well,
went over, people went over to have their families.
Holy shit.
jeez.
A little bit.
Phenomenal.
So these are all like, this is like the case reports.
Yeah,
over
so
time.
as
Just,
you
just look at this.
Are those the-
jump?
Jesus
It goes up fast.
No, it's going
Yeah, yeah.
exponentially.
This jump is
I like that word.
That is a lot.
Yeah. It's
absolutely a hectic jump.
yeah,
If you
it's
ever think
what
about
like
it.
almost
Yeah.
It's just a
doubling every day. It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Doubling or tripling.
not sketch.
People are looking at us.
The center of attention, boys.
Well, what did they got to
Center
do?
of attention.
Dude, look at fresh.
Why-
There's-
why
there's
do
some
people-
more, there's more
I'm not
statistics
lying.
here.
Even though they get quarantined, they look fresh.
Why do people wear masks if they know it doesn't work?
Well, then
They just keep them
It gives
on.
them a sense of security.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's like
it's like with the plastic.
Well, have you seen some of the like on like memes
It's
where
like-
people are wearing just the weirdest stuff as gas masks?
there's like
Some people are wearing like full army gas masks and stuff.
there is some videos out there of people who have been arrested for not wearing masks in some Chinese
Oh,
cities.
yeah.
They're
Yeah, yeah.
full
Wow.
arrested for not.
Well, I mean, the
That's
entire
so
city's
weird.
in lockdown. Not lockdown, quarantine. So I guess.
It's just-
No, that's- Yeah. Didn't Russia close it like south border towards them? Or
Yeah,
Mm.
the Russians close their southern
It's
border.
like in India and America now. It's everywhere.
Sniper 3, alright.
Stupid thing.
They have another.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the homies are sliding.
Holy crap!
Jeez.
Homies are sliding. So what's the homies are sliding?
I mean, now.
So what's
So
the
there's a-
yeah?
So these guys are getting rushed into hospital, just like out in the street, just like
That looks
casually
terrifying.
just ran towards a
Comfy.
hospital.
Strapping up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The thing.
But
Don't want to die.
Yeah, well, they have to fully cover themselves.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Because if it touches your skin, it's
they're
possibility.
running out of this stuff.
Yeah, it's
They're like
imagine how much money you are making now if you're a Chinese mask company. Not even kidding though.
Business
Think
booming.
almost almost all of the masks have been sold out.
There's
Oh
no
yeah.
food.
Unless you die. Like, I mean, if you're like the dude who's selling them and then you die, like, there goes your money.
Yeah, well you don't have
Because you're dead.
not the point we're trying to make, Liam, but
But I mean,
good point. No.
No, it's the point.
it's a good fact.
And also, there's been like a lot of racism against Chinese people.
Yes.
because of the
Oh, yeah.
coronavirus.
People
just
freak out. So,
recently-
yeah.
I mean,
For
everyone's just in
206
panic
Japanese workers based in
These
Wuhan,
guys are like
this was a
these
most
are
welcome
Japanese
return.
The guy's dropping
workers
A
returning
flight that
home.
brought
and
medical
you-
supplies to the Chinese province
I
fighting to
think they showed a
contain the
clip
coronavirus
here, somewhere in-
delivered them back to safety in Japan. The first of some 650 Japanese citizens shed
no,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Is it?
for
it's
two.
like Korea.
Japan has
Japan.
been slightly affected.
I mean, there's a large.
I got a couple.
I mean, so have
Quite
we.
close.
charter flight.
There's like 5 people in Sydney.
While we were there, it was a worrying situation which was changing
It's
very
just like the
their
streets
citizens
are like
out
dead.
of
The
China
streets of Wuhan
as
are
the
just like
international
dead.
community
Like, there's no one
mobilizes.
wandering
China
around.
is grinding
They're
to a
all
near
locked up in
standstill.
their own houses.
In Beijing, the streets are deserted,
Like, this
subway
is this
stations
stuff
are
from
largely
Beijing,
empty.
and there's like no one
In
there.
Wuhan, efforts
Oh,
to set up a
there's a
dedicated
those are the
he's
hospital
the, he's the
around the
hospital
clock.
again. They're just like
Chinese National Health Commission
so
says
they've been
it
working on this
expects the
hospital like
outbreak to
24/7,
continue
like they work
spreading
day and
Yeah,
night, and they just have
in
shifts.
10
Hospital
days'
speed
time.
run.
It's the testing of
Literally.
when you think about it, it's scary that they're getting paid. Those workers are getting paid more than me. They're getting paid like 3 cents an hour,
Oh,
and I'm
damn.
getting like
I'm jealous.
0.
I'm
Getting nothing because you
0
don't have a
cents
job.
an hour.
I put
Yeah,
5 cents in
building
my
a bloody
bank. How much
hospital.
interest do I make?
Extension maths isn't today.
Dang.
Oh, geez, this has been.
Uh-oh. Can we use that on YouTube?
Oh wait, no, it's like.
Guys, we're gonna get age restricted.
Age restricted. Oh, dang it.
Damn. So these. So
Oh,
these
that's a
guys-
nice resolution you got there. Camera.
It's someone.
Oh, someone's.
Oh,
Jesus.
these
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are just like
Oh,
passing out. There's people just passing out in the street
like, do they
from,
have the...
from the virus. They're just
Oh.
passing out.
Wait,
Do they realise that they have it before it can be?
No.
Or is it just jump in and you pass out?
Well, if they're just falling, they'll obviously back
Just
to
fall. It's just falling down.
He doesn't have. He can't use his hands to stop it.
That's the thing with like, that's why king hits are so, because you're knocked out before you actually get the ground, so you can't protect your head or anything.
There's just
So.
people getting loaded into ambulances and things like that. It's just
Ocean pig.
really insane.
Dancing.
That's not bad.
Can we use
I mean, should we put some?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, surely.
Probably get age restricted.
Maybe, I don't know.
Just don't put the video in.
Oh,
the
I mean,
detailed
put
one,
the
bring it
beginning
to
in.
Yeah, the beginning's
not the one with all the blood. I mean,
Well,
it really
we
doesn't
just
put
matter.
like warning.
we can always we can just overlay the
Yeah.
the rest of it.
If you just blow it out a bit more.
Bring that clip up, G.
Yeah.
Bring that clip up.
Jamie,
Uh,
do not bring that clip up.
So Australia has
What do I
implemented travel bans.
Yeah.
Wait, can Chinese people not travel?
For
like-
all
from-
flights from China, I believe,
Yeah,
are
there's
no longer.
no direct flights.
Yeah.
No direct flights from
This is
China.
the financial review.
But
I'm not
China
watching.
has also stopped almost all export
They
travels.
don't-
Yeah.
Like,
most
all
of them
like
are not
outgoing
getting it.
flights
So we're getting in
from the
we're getting
affected
into some
countries,
more-
I believe.
More Twitter clips, yeah.
Where's the plastic one? You know where
Oh yeah. When they're
well,
everyone's
is,
wrapped up in plastic.
crocodiles.
There's a lot of clips in here.
Sniper free.
I mean, it's really
I don't.
Yeah.
This dude's account's whack.
It looks like
Yeah,
it's well.
it's like weird, huh?
Well, no, I don't know. I'm not one to judge on what.
Wait, why is that an alien emoji there?
the alien emoji.
What the fuck?
We'll just cut
someone
straight to the
somewhere.
thing when we find it,
Yeah.
so you don't have
Well,
to
yeah, you
watch
just
all this
keep
drama.
talking and well,
Yeah.
Alright.
Just,
Can we
Get
just
disgusting.
talk about how much we hate Harry?
Guys, I think.
Oh, there's the plastic.
Alright,
Harry
so
can say anything.
there's people wearing.
Oh,
Look at that.
Plastic
people
bags.
are wearing like full plastic around
at that.
themselves to try and protect themselves, like with masks as
Yeah.
well.
My mom always said don't put a plastic
That
bag
looks
over
so
your head.
weird.
But did she ever say not to put it over your entire body?
Imagine saying that.
Well, at least when they
Just
fall
think-
over and die, you don't have to get a body
imagine walking
bag.
through the airport, like look, even the guy in the back,
You can just
like
see
in the
it.
back, he's like got the full plastic bag
Yeah.
over
He's got the
his
setup,
head.
dude.
He's
I'm
like cut
sure
the
that
top
helps.
open so like his hair's still poking out.
Yeah, it's just like people are like in China are like full paranoid over like everything
Yeah, he's got the
to
setup.
do with this.
Hey,
The
Brian,
setup.
He's
can you
strapped,
go back to the profile?
just in case.
But yeah, it's
Jamie, bring that clip up.
it's
Jamie,
just
could you bring that
insane.
clip up?
The pod,
Yeah,
there's just so
It's
much.
it's like crazy how quickly it just happened.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah, it was
Well,
really
well,
fast.
it came in with like a.
Right, guys, images.
It's more contagious than Ebola or SARS, but
Because it takes a week for it to show
2
symptoms.
weeks,
And it can
14
also
days.
pass in those
Jeez.
2 weeks when you don't know you have it.
There,
SARS was the previous
Yes.
one, which is severe
Severe-
respiratory.
it's a severe acute respiratory syndrome.
Yes, that one.
It's like because they're all respiratory diseases.
Yes.
The whole coronavirus strain is respiratory.
Okay.
But when SARS happened, the population has more than tripled in China since
Yeah.
the SARS outbreak.
SARS was in 2004.
2000,
No,
2002, 2003. We had
The
SARS,
last
the
case,
SARS
I believe,
outbreak.
last case was seen in.
That's-
2000.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen.
Oh, this is a legend.
This person has decided to go into a police station in southern China.
Yeah, doesn't he just drop the
And
mask?
he brings in the mask, drops them on the counter, and then he just legs it.
And then
He just leg it.
and then they salute him. What legends?
Yeah, they
Wait, are they
it's like a
chasing
very,
after?
it's like a patriotic society.
Yeah.
So they're like I think they're saying thank you to him because they get here and
They
they
salute.
just salute him for his.
Why did he
service.
run though? Why did he run?
Because he.
I suppose he just didn't want to really be
Spend too
known.
much time outside.
He probably
Yeah.
might have had the coronavirus without knowing because they didn't want to
Maybe.
infect the police.
I don't know.
Maybe he
Yeah.
wants them to like get it going. To
This
get it
is-
like.
Maybe he just wants to get out of the public as soon as he possibly can.
Maybe he's like Batman. Maybe he's a vigilante.
Maybe he's just got more masks to drop off.
Really? He's in a
I mean,
rush.
Bro, he's like the Uber
Where
Eats.
is
He's the
of
mask
masks.
man.
where is that clip? Because there is a
Yo, Jamie, bring that clip up.
there's a this clip.
Oh yeah, where they're all begging for masks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even
that's
though
they're
they-
gonna do absolutely nothing.
It's just sad though. It's just.
You got to play it in Discord as well.
It's just.
Oh yeah, it's playing there.
It's
Holy
insane.
crap.
I'm so glad I.
They have masks. What are they begging?
Yeah, but a lot of them want to like
They think it
a lot of
helps
them want to on sell them. I suppose people are seeing that there's money to be made,
It's
maybe.
marketing.
But these
Oh,
people,
yeah.
these people are like desperate for masks.
Yeah.
They're like at the gates of this mask factory, and they're just
So they've like
Just
all
play that
come
one
up to
more
the
time. It's
mask
just-
factory themselves.
yeah, they've driven
Wow.
to the mask factory to
They've got like
beg
look,
for masks.
there's riot barricades in place
Yeah.
to stop them from coming in.
It's like that's like because they're sold out across the
Yeah,
country. They're sold
yeah.
out. Masks are
There's no shops.
Mask companies.
masks
boom.
are unavailable at this current stage.
Well, I mean, I guess the masks like
It's like the umbrella
symbolizes-
thing from freaking Resident Evil. Bro, he's gonna get
The-
turned
The,
into.
umbre-
the
mask-
umbrella corpse, yeah.
What
Uh-oh.
what do they say? The mask you have to have like the surgical mask, like
One
the
with the
waterproof outing,
Filter, yeah.
the waterproof outing and the absorbent inner layer. So like you don't like.
How do you breathe through that?
It goes around the outside.
Oh,
like-
it's not supposed to stop you from breathing. It's to stop you from spraying as
Yeah.
you like talk and breathe out.
Interesting.
So I don't like cough on everyone.
It's
It's like it's supposed to absorb or like. So
Yeah.
if it comes at you or out, it just absorbs it. It's like a barrier.
so there's like here's a picture of. These
Yeah,
are,
so they're
these
the
are,
ones
these
you-
are these are military police
Yeah,
out
so-
in front of train stations in China.
So these are the ones you're supposed to get. So you have the white. They've got a white filter bit on them.
that's like a dust filter one.
Yeah,
That's not gonna help.
So they're the ones.
Well,
No, they're the
I
ones
don't
that they are saying you want to get because it
I don't
actually
know.
filters
I've
through
heard
the.
lots of stuff you want to get. You just don't want ones that are just like
Just the paper ones.
cost-
Paper.
just paper masks because they're not
Yeah.
doing anything.
Yeah.
They're just like
They're just
nothing's really happening there.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro,
People
stashing
trying to
up.
just take them.
People are like
Are those masks? No, that's just masks.
these people are.
just-
in-
They're storing
so
up. They're
contaminated.
bringing up food so they can like sit in their house and wait till.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're all sitting in their houses,
Stop
so they need
But
to
even
stock
just-
up food.
Even just the packaging could be contaminated
Yeah.
from people's spit. Just
So here it says
Yeah.
scientists estimate that within 14 days, infected people can reach
I can't-
25
God damn it,
something
Twitter.
or other. Twitter's just
I hate Twitter.
25
Twitter
million
is just like
infected in the
Twitter is
population.
just annoying.
Yeah. So that was on January the 27th.
Okay, there we go. So these people are in. They're running out of stuff.
Yeah. So
This was days ago, weeks ago in the States. It's like a week old, and we've
Oh,
got
yeah.
and people are. The store shelves are practically empty in Wuhan. They're just they're running out of food and everything.
There goes the peanut butter.
How do they actually get any stock in at all?
Well, they're
No,
not.
they
They're
don't.
not
They
getting
don't.
stuff
Yeah.
in. That's the thing.
What's going on here?
Oh, this guy's trying to escape.
Quarantine zone.
Trying
He's
to
trying to
escape
escape
This
Or
guy's
Trump.
trying to. This guy's trying to drive out of the
Wuhan.
quarantine zone that they've locked
Yeah.
down. Because it started off as just locking down Wuhan, but now it's the whole province of Hubei. Like the whole thing is just locked down.
Why not whole of China?
The whole
Dude, might be.
the whole of China may become very shortly.
Yeah,
might
it's-
just become
It's not
fully,
outside the realm. of
totally locked
possibility.
down.
Jeez.
Okay, so that's
So what we got next?
Maybe we should.
we got.
Maybe we should.
They got some.
Oh yeah, this is
This video.
That is-
These
office.
people are all in their office trying to protect themselves from it by
that
sitting in their
looks
own,
so weird.
sitting in their own little
Surreal.
booth.
Wait. Why don't you
It's just
farted
like-
in there, dude? You just
Oh,
like you just big.
It's not even like
You stink everyone off.
What if you need to,
per
like, piss
areas?
and
It's
stuff?
just one big thing.
What if
Yeah,
you
it's
need to
just-
take a bathroom break?
You
But
get
and
out.
buckets.
I don't know. It's just whack.
30,000 views. Gee.
What like? I don't get it.
Are these measures like actually necessary?
I don't think it's necessary.
No,
I don't know.
I doubt it's doing anything. It's like I mean, it won't pass through it, but it's not like it's airtight. It'll just be going under.
Trump.
Oh, Trump will also be coming up later in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, should we switch?
Let's,
If we have
Yeah, we
enough
should-
time.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
think there's a few more clips here and there. Everything is that.
Did he ever get out that page?
Yeah, what happened to the impeachment?
They dropped
Did
it.
he get out
They
of
dropped
the
it?
Yeah, they dropped it. I heard it on the news. this morning.
Yeah. Well, no, he was all.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Oh my.
He was always gonna get acquitted of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they haven't
Wait,
had
did
one.
he
They
leave-
haven't
did he
had
just
someone.
get impeached?
What do you call it? Impeached since what? Right. you should know.
Since Clinton.
Yeah, Bill Clinton.
Clinton got impeached because he did some dodgy dealings with some staffers.
Damn
And he
epic.
did this sexy game with them.
We will leave it at that. Yeah.
Let's not go that
Just,
far.
just think. There's even what was it? I think I have one more clip that I found last night.
One more.
One more.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Conference
on.
centre
Oh, jeez.
converted to an
Looks
enormous
like something out of
makeshift
So
Oh
these
my
are
God.
like the
yeah.
makeshift hospitals.
What
Some of the makeshift hospitals they've set up.
Chinese
almost
state
like
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Shed.
I mean, you don't want to go.
Minecraft bed next to you.
with multitudes of doctors
How do they get all the resources to build the new hospitals?
Yeah,
Oh,
money.
so what-
Out of the ground,
These
ding dong.
Chinese government's really rich though,
these
isn't
are
it?
these are body bags.
body bags
These are body
containing
bags
dead,
that are just
lying
being
close
left
to patients,
around in
even
the hospitals because
cities.
they don't have anywhere to go.
That's insane.
In Germany,
What's the
Yo.
death rate for
It stands at like 10% at the moment, roughly.
That's pretty bad.
So like what?
Posted
What
his
like
video.
age?
But they don't know how to treat it. There's no real
Officials
treatment.
had him arrested.
Well,
What they can do for
There's still
you,
viruses we have around that have been around for
But China
10
has
to like a decade or
What-
two
what we-
that we
Yeah.
don't know how to cure, and then this one's come out in 2 weeks, and
It's just,
Like,
but it's
the
spreading.
thing,
Yeah.
and plus there was a couple cruise liners now that have been hit
Yeah.
by the thing, and then they've the one in Hong Kong, they've just pulled it up in port and told everybody they can't leave.
yeah,
There's only one person who's been let off, and he was a confirmed case.
Yeah.
He's like the patient zero of that boat. He was carted off in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
There was another one that involved 10 Australians, I think, were on
Yeah.
board,
Yeah.
and they're now in 14-day quarantine as well.
Rip.
It's Christmas Island.
There was a plane
We
that
are
did
sending people. We got people out and now sending them to Christmas Island.
yeah, Australians.
That was
have
that. I
in
didn't like how
contact.
the media didn't say that because at first there was like a 4 or 5 day buffer between us announcing that and them allowing that to happen, because the Chinese just come out and just said no.
been- yeah,
The Chinese just said no to letting people leave.
Yeah.
But it's scary how quickly it's coming. Like,
Yeah, it is.
but stop and think and say, well, here, how many of us are going to get hurt in this room?
no.
Of
No.
none.
I'm scared.
Harry might.
Harry
Harry might.
Damn it.
But apart from that, no one else is going to really be hurt.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about.
from that.
But maybe here at least. Like, we might see elderly and people who don't have a strong immune system get knocked off their tree.
Goodbye, Corey.
But for the most part, a wealthy country like Australia is not going to be hurt.
Yeah.
But just think that someone leaves here, has it on them, and flies to Delhi.
Oh.
Flies
Indians.
to bloody West Africa again.
Yeah.
Flies somewhere where they've got a high population density,
Low.
similar to China with a
Low-
high
low health
population
system.
density, but with with no health resources.
Yeah.
China has
Really.
security, but India doesn't.
China has money to spend.
Yeah.
China can literally just throw its money at the problem and we'll get it solved.
Yeah.
Where if somewhere else like
But-
Africa doesn't have money to
Sierra-
splash like
like,
that.
Yeah.
Say this gets to Sierra Leone, which is only just really recovering from the Ebola outbreak. It's got no money to spend on this. It has to entirely rely on
External
international
help.
support.
Yeah.
And Western countries, if they're in the same position, they may not be willing to go and help out someone else.
Well, it's like for
Yeah.
instance, if West Leone got an outbreak
Sierra
in
Leone.
it, Sierra Leone, whatever. If it got to that, and like obviously China's not going to help them because China needs all its help for itself. So if other countries become like that, needing all their help for their own countries, then lots of small countries will find themselves in a small problem, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah,
Alright,
it is
so-
it is scary.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
but
scary.
I don't think you should be
people
worried too much.
I just don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
I think Liam feels the same way.
I'm fucking freaky.
I quite frankly, I just don't
I'm
know what to
freaking
think.
continues to have a monotone face.
I have a calm look, but you sometimes just don't even know I'm freaking the frack out.
Frack.
What, are we going to go on to the topic of fracking now?
Ooh.
Come on, Harry. You haven't even spoken
Yeah,
a
Harry,
single word.
come on, speak
Guys,
up.
you wanna go?
What's
That's
your
because I
opinion?
don't know anything about coronavirus.
I need to
Are you
address.
scared or not? Tell us that.
Alright,
Next one,
Scary.
Jane.
Yeah, we should change.
I need
Yeah.
to address.
next topic.
I need to
Okay,
address the
Finley,
elephant
talk
in the
while I
room.
get the next thing up.
I need to address the elephant in the room.
Harry is so annoying. Yeah, so that's probably about much we're gonna touch onto that subject. So we'll move on to our next subject, which is the bushfires that we've been.
The heroes of Australia.
Trevor has a story to tell about his bushfire.
Trevor, you were
Yeah.
affected.
So one of the the first time we tried to record this episode was Lachlan had to evacuate, prepared to evacuate
Yeah.
because from his house, so we couldn't record it then. And then after that, we were gonna try to reorganize it, but then I got evacuated twice. So,
Jeez.
yeah, they did backburns and stuff, which is lucky. So,
You live like in the bush.
yeah.
Damn.
No, because they spelled that so horrifically wrong.
Oh, maps. I thought it was man PS. What? It's man PS. I have no idea.
Hashtag.
That's
Sure,
a lot of fun.
Australian.
This is the map of fires across the
But
whole
I just wanna-
whole country.
I just want to touch on some of the images that people not in Australia have been seeing. So if you see that one just there, Ryan, the one with the black background, they've been showing
This one.
Yeah, so they've been showing them on the news, and that looks pretty bad. But that's all of the fires in a
I
month.
mean, look at this one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's you can't.
What's out there?
Is the desert on fire? Is the sand literally busting?
It's impressive.
It is still really, really bad though.
It is bad, but like
I feel like
these are
I don't
worse.
like when people from like America think they understand the Australian outback and the bush and all that. They think they just come out and say, "Oh, it's so bad," you know. Like someone from California, stuck up piece of. they come in. They've got their wildfires and they think they understand because they have wildfires. Well,
Yeah.
the scale is just so much different.
Well, our biggest city is Sydney, and one of the
it's the
fire
same
that was
pop-
near my house was, I think, twice the size as our biggest
well,
city.
it was
180
twice the
square
size.
miles or hectare? No, square miles. I believe.
So this is a video of these guys are actually this crew is actually local.
Oh yeah.
These guys are from
scary.
Wyoming.
It just looks otherworldly. Like.
Yeah.
What they-
It literally looks like transit.
So it's like fine, like they know where the fire is, but all of a sudden they just get overran by the fire. Like
Yeah, the smoke's so bad.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Dude, doesn't sound.
look how fast it is like coming at this truck.
So yeah, they're getting out the
fire
windows,
blankets
the
to
fire
try
blankets to
and
cover the
stop
windows.
the windows from breaking, and if they
Oh yeah.
just try and protect themselves from the heat.
Yeah.
Because it's so.
Oh
Look at
my
that.
god. Holy shit. The car's like literally on fire.
So if you back that up 20 seconds, you can see the fire off in the distance. Like if you go back again, so you can see the fire.
We
just
go back to the start. Look.
So
It's
see
a
how
lot. It's like
it's close, but it's still
it's
probably
like
like 20,
10,
30 meters off
yeah,
that.
It's quite
off
a
the
bit. It's quite a bit
distance.
away.
And then
Yeah,
what-
you look, even here, look how far away that
Yeah.
fire is.
Yeah.
You got 50 metres between you and it in the fire trail.
And then they go around this corner, and then you can just see the fire
They
burst.
literally go. It's literally 200 metres they've driven, and
And then
it's
look, ready?
almost
Just
on
here,
top
look at
of-
that. It just explodes, and then look how fast it pulls
Oh,
forward.
yeah, but it
look,
just
it's
starts
just coming.
heading
It's
that
coming.
way. Yeah,
It's
look
coming,
at that.
and then they.
It covers like 50 metres in 3 seconds.
Yeah, it goes.
Bro, that's like Usain Bolt level shit. Like,
Yeah.
well, not even Usain Bolt's able to run this shit.
Yeah. So everyone, these guys made it out okay?
These guys were all okay. They were.
Legends.
They were completely okay.
Good on
It's-
Like, just props to these guys. Like, they
Yeah.
Looks like
so much
lava,
It's
work.
bro.
insane.
Well, how many? I think we've had like what 4 or 5 firefighter deaths.
Yeah, I think a couple of them.
Three of them were American, though, weren't they?
Yeah,
And
three-
Well, we're
three-
getting
three-
yeah, we're getting
three
international
Ameri-
help.
Three Americans
Yeah.
were killed in a plane accident.
Yeah, that was
Like,
bombing the
do
fires
I-
with
do
water.
I-
Because Australia doesn't have their own
Do I
like
have-
planes to
what
put
do I
out the
actually
fires.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here we
yeah.
here we have some. So this picture is from Kangaroo Island, which had massive fires. So Kangaroo Island is a third of the whole island has been wiped out.
Oh.
So the second biggest island in Australia, behind Tasmania.
Technically, Australia is an island, but
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
We're classified as a
Oh my
continent.
God.
Yeah,
It's a bigger word for that.
So that's what it did look like. That's the rolling
Yeah.
hills, and that's what we have right now. It's just a black charred
That looks
mess.
horrible.
well, even on the road to my house, just before my house, all the
Yeah.
side from where they it wasn't from the fires, but where they backburned to counteract the fire.
Yeah,
It's all black.
there was a small fire up in just up north, and we were driving home, and we drove through. We just were coming instead of coming down the freeway, we drove down the coastway, and we went through this area, and it's just this maybe 200-meter stretch where it just crossed the road, and it's just
Yeah.
just dead.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's just black, and you can like you wouldn't be able to see from like because it's on the lake. There's this bit of land there, and you normally you wouldn't be able to see the water from the road, but you could see straight through onto the water,
Jesus.
straight across. It's
Now we have the issue of floods.
Bro, 2020 is
In some
freaking
areas.
whack.
Yeah, Australia's whack.
having-
Now people,
it's
we're having
literally-
floods now.
We
We're having
have
floods
bipolar
and
weather.
droughts.
Oh, this is
well,
the little
this is what
fire
Climate
tornado.
change.
Sir was telling us in geography. He said to us, the problem is now, the forests would generally, when we get rain, the forest would just absorb it straight
Yeah.
into the ground.
But now we
But
have
because it's
landslides.
covered in ash and all the plants are dead, instead of the water hitting the ground and getting absorbed into it, it bounces straight off.
and
And now
slides.
it is just flowing into catchments bringing all the dirt and shit along.
And that's why it's
causing
flooding, 'cause-
flash floods.
Yeah, because the ground's not absorbing
Okay,
it,
so
so
Dude, what?
goes
This
somewhere.
is from Kangaroo Island,
It's a fire.
and this is a fire tornado that just starts in front of this bloke. It's just out there.
This is the Australian version of Sharknado.
The tornado just starts, and then the fire travels up with all the dust it's picking up.
It's literally.
Is that something out of
Bro, are you spawning a
Yes.
demon?
Jesus.
Summoning the
I-
demon.
I half expect Thor to come straight down below that. It's freaky. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
It just
Yeah. it's-
thoughts, opinions.
Dude,
I mean,
2020 is freaking whack right
Australia
now.
has bipolar weather.
This
It's
isn't,
either flash floods or
Yeah.
insane bushfires.
this isn't good, guys.
Yeah.
This is not good.
There was something like that near my brother's house. He lives like, the fire stopped like 50 meters off his house, and it's this massive, it's just like a bunch of trees, and now the fire went through it. It's just like the bare bones of the trees, and it just, the floor is covered in ash, and it's just crazy.
Oh, and also at school, like I didn't think that the bushfire was a really big thing, but then I saw when I was going to school there was this massive smoke, and I saw when I went outside of my house there was this like burning, like really burnt ash or burnt leaf just falling down from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh,
at
yeah,
Erina
that's-
for a while, there was just burnt leaves falling from the sky.
Yeah, I had them falling out.
And there were those days.
They were.
Yeah, there was like a one Tuesday where the sky was red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, everybody had to stay indoors because there was so much
The smoke was
Yeah.
so
Kids with
goddamn
like asthma
thick.
Some
having
days-
issues.
Yeah, some days you just couldn't see across the street because of how
Yeah,
smoky it was.
Yeah, it was, and those fires are like kilometers away,
Yeah.
and that's how luminant they are. Like that's how bright they are. They like shine across the sky.
Are you joking me? Log in to continue. Oh my god, Instagram.
No.
Don't worry about it.
No, just keep talking. Just keep
Yeah.
talking.
Well, well, is it still happening or is it?
It is still happening.
ACT's getting
It's
attacked right now.
It's definitely
Attacked.
Same
a
thing.
bit better than what it was before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's,
I think
It's
all this
calmed
rain.
down a
I
we
did
haven't
have
had like a really smoky day here in a while.
Yeah,
But that's only here.
It's good that it's calmed
The
down.
way they measure bushfires should be updated because it's like more of lows and like there's not. It's like not serious and it's like it goes up fast.
Yeah.
It should be more gradual the
Yeah.
way it generates up.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
we did have 3 people die in an air tanker crash
Yeah,
on
that-
the Southern Highlands.
Yeah, 3
We-
American firefighters
Yeah,
died in a crash.
I
sadly.
don't. I quite frankly don't know how they did. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
They just crashed. Like how did the plane was doing? I have to assume that it come on down on a swoop.
Yeah, probably
On a run, and it just didn't
went too
just
low,
didn't
maybe.
pick
It was
up.
probably too heavy and couldn't pick up lift and just went.
I don't
No,
know.
because they would have dumped their water if that happened.
Yeah, if they went like that and they lost their speed.
They probably were going too fast because like that's what happened in Ethiopia.
We have no idea what it was. Yeah, so there's the red sky.
This is Malakuta, which is the most easterly town in Victoria, and they were locked in. They had to get the Navy to evacuate them out. Like they couldn't get out.
So they were like completely surrounded.
They were
until the
surrounded
coast.
because the problem is when you get a lot. I mean, when you go down the south coast, well, a lot of the towns have one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
All it takes is that road to get cut off, and that's it. It's GG. The only way out is the water.
Go swimming.
And people and some
Yeah,
people, this
sharky,
family
sharky.
was evidently lucky that they had a boat that they could do that. But a lot of people were it's a tourist attraction, and people were just getting trapped and they couldn't get in or out.
GG fan.
And yeah, they were completely surrounded by fire.
Like with the fires as well, like a lot of the smoke is just traveling across to other countries,
Yeah,
blocking sunlight for them.
New Zealand is just copying it all now.
Didn't New Zealand have some problem as well at the
Well,
start
no,
of this
they
year?
They were getting the smoke.
No,
They just get smacked by a smoke.
Yeah.
Now, arsehole Prime Minister does.
Yeah, did
just
he go
wants
on
to
a-
shake
Yeah, he went on a
Some sort of
freaking
holiday.
holiday.
Yeah, when he was
Is
trying
it?
to shake people's hands.
I hate the one where he's trying to shake.
I hate
That's
ScoMo.
so awkward.
What is
I'm gonna say it. ScoMo, I don't like you.
Yikes.
Koala.
It's just a koala.
This guy's
There's
gonna
a,
die off.
one where it has.
They're koalas, not koala bears.
Koala.
They're called drop bears.
Drop bears.
I'll drop down with like a little shiv and like, give me money.
I believe that's called eshays.
Same thing.
Shut up, Harry. You wouldn't.
Hey, look, he's a wombat.
Oh.
Oh, it's got a baby.
Yeah, wombat is a.
See, that's the other thing with this. So everything's burnt out, so none of the
They
animals
can't
have
eat.
food.
Yeah.
The habitat's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was
Mind
even
you, one of the big wombats are one of the biggest one of the biggest bloody. I don't even know what the word is. Saviors of the whole thing because they have the labyrinths of burrows.
Yeah, other animals went in.
Other animals were going in. They were
yeah.
just like, because they're wombats. Look at them. They're like, whatever, come and chill. Because they're not hostile to anything in their burrows unless unless they're actually a threat to them. Otherwise, they just kind of chill. I mean, look at it. You look at a bloody wombat's face. It's like
Looks like Harry.
it looks like Harry. Absolutely like Harry. Yeah.
But sometimes with the burrows, sometimes they're too high to the surface, so they're getting cooked in the ground.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You're
That
not
would
one
suck.
that's cold in there.
I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, even now, I don't even know where to start with the fires. It's just they're everywhere. They're on the south coast, but it's It happened over New Year's as well.
Yeah.
People were,
Well, a
We
lot
had
of the fireworks were
every-
cancelled because of the.
except for
The
Sydney.
Gosford fireworks were cancelled.
Except for where was it? Or Gosford's.
No, it was
No,
Gosford
no,
and
no,
Australia
cancelled.
Day. For
Yeah.
Australia
That was
Day.
Australia Day,
all
Liam.
cancelled.
I went there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I
I
saw
saw it from my
that.
window.
Liam was on Discord watching.
Liam wouldn't leave the house.
Yeah, he was like, whoa!
I was in Wee sketch.
I don't
It
even
is
know.
sketch.
Liam, you're built like a fucking tank.
We were
I got
playing.
followed at Coles by some.
We were playing Siege, and Liam's like, "Wow, I'm watching this out the window. Whoa, look at that one!"
Mate, it was.
He was literally a 3-year-old. Just like,
I was afraid there would be a bunch of airshays down there.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there were.
So
Yeah, I thought so.
There's
You'll
always
blend right in, Liam.
We have to
So
be like
the-
right up to the.
So we want to just jump into some random shit.
Yeah, maybe some
Just
games.
some
Yeah, a bit
random
of a-
games.
Upcoming games.
We should probably stop talking about
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
This is how you eat a Big Mac.
Iceberg.
Let's talk about something more uplifting.
Yeah, that's
Something
Yeah.
more uplifting.
down a topic.
Yeah.
Any more uplifting?
Yeah, let's
topic?
throw coronavirus
Yeah.
and
Bushfires.
bushfires. Let's see what we got.
I might pick something that's not like.
Microsoft. A couple space program too. Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Fight simulator.
No.
The Flight
Yeah, those two.
Oh yeah, the new Microsoft.
Dude, I'm keen.
That's look. It just looks like
Boom,
It's
boom,
just
I'm a
real
plane.
it's
This
crazy.
It looks
This
so
shit is
insane.
like
though.
insane.
I don't even.
Like-
It's like.
I'm impressed.
It's
No, we don't need music.
Like-
for this shit.
it's
But
really
it's
Music.
oh wait.
Dude, I love music.
Dude, holy crap.
but look at this graph.
Another
I,
plane from
I, did
media.
some I was doing some reading on this, and
Surely that's
apparently-
RTX, right? Like that.
No, it's actually because it's the amount of data that Microsoft is
Data.
inputting into the game is 2 petabytes.
Holy.
2 petabytes of data.
across the
Now,
board.
I don't think anybody's going to have 2 petabytes of SSD storage
Yeah,
lying
no.
around.
No.
Sure, just be sure.
It's like
online.
$300,000 US for like 1 terabyte SSDs.
Oh yeah.
So
Just
what-
make your storage
So
bigger.
how big's the game gonna be? Like 300 gig?
Well,
It's gonna be
well, no.
something
This
big,
is where
sure.
they're saying that they're going to have their new they're going to have their new servers up and running that will beam this shit to your computer.
Oh, kind
So
of like
it's-
a Google Stadia.
A
kind
Google
of thing.
Stadia thing, but
Damn.
it only handles the it handles your location in the world. Doesn't handle like the
That just
plane
looks like a real
itself.
video.
Yeah.
It's not the whole system that it's using is on external. It's only the world around you. So,
Yeah,
so
okay,
it lets
okay.
you. So it loads in so much of the world around you.
Yeah.
So instead of like the RAM and pulling it off the hard drive to put on the RAM, it pulls it off a server and puts it on your RAM. I think,
Yeah.
or something along
Yeah.
those lines of way it's working.
But with server, it costs a lot to just get all the servers running because
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to keep them up.
It's
Yeah.
Microsoft though. Like these
So
guys,
they
these
can
guys
deal with
aren't these guys aren't shy of cash.
Yeah.
No, we're playing Google
But-
Earth flights soon.
But I did hear that there was I did hear a worrying fact that they said it may be subscription based.
I mean, because it's
Well, I mean, think about it,
Yeah,
guys.
think about
They
it.
have to pay for those servers
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I'd
personally,
be down.
if they
honestly.
I'll do it.
Well, even if it is a
depends on how
subscription,
much it is.
yeah. The good thing about subscription games is, so for instance, say a full game. Say this game, if they were to release it, would be like $100 probably. That's
Oh, yeah.
for a
Yeah.
good game. That's like, so if you've got a subscription that's like what $15 a month, you play that for what, I don't know, like six months, and then you've paid for almost what. So if you don't,
I mean,
so the good thing about subscriptions is you can pay for a month, play it, and then if you stop liking it, you can then stop, and then you haven't wasted any
but
money.
I almost
Or
like-
if you want to come
something
back
like
to the
this, I
game.
feel like I'd much rather pay $250 up front.
Yeah.
Like play a
Yeah.
massive price tag up
Yeah,
front
it's
and
like World
then
of
have it
Warcraft.
forever, and then not have to worry about like being like, oh, I got to pay another $15 this month just to play this fucking
But
game.
if it is subscription based, they got to have like a little trial for some people.
Yeah.
Not too
Free
long.
trial.
Like 3 days maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how it runs it.
Yeah.
I don't know. They haven't. The amount of information is it is pretty sparse information on the whole thing. It's pretty goddamn sparse.
You want to stop? Both.
Yeah.
Not just
Let's
you.
let's do Kerbal Space.
No, so another game that I've been looking forward to coming out, but it's just announced this delay, which I'm not too worried about because a delay means that it'll come out with.
Yo, this clip's insane.
It's gonna be a more
Dude,
optimized game.
we'll keep that for the next one.
For another time.
Yeah.
But so Cyberpunk 2077. I'm not sure if we can show any videos on it because it's a bit violent.
Let's just go and
but
go and look at some random videos.
It's pretty.
This?
Alex found this.
This is
and
insane.
this shit's insane.
I wish I was
Club. What is the chance
Is
of
that like
seeing
in
that in
Alaska?
your
That
life?
has to be in Alaska.
It's a massive
Looks
iceberg
like out-
just going.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, reminds me of
Why does that happen?
Shit, this has to be.
It's literally Club Penguin.
Yeah, it's flipping to its bad side.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Imagine just being on a cruise and saying.
Looks like a bigger silicone.
What-
Like no one on the ship is like freaking out. They're just like,
What if like the underside of the iceberg like came up under the
Just slaps them.
Yeah, but if it just went boink.
dude, you don't know how
Yeah.
big that iceberg is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Do you know how deep it is though?
yeah.
Yeah.
Only like
It
what?
must be really
Isn't
deep.
like only the top 20% you can only see of the iceberg. The rest
think
is
it's-
underwater.
I think it's smaller, yeah.
4 or 5%.
It's like the world's tallest mountain, I suppose. Everybody thinks it's Everest, but it's actually that.
What iceberg?
No, it's an underwater it's an underwater mountain, and it's like you only see like the top, top
Oh, yeah,
kilometre
yeah.
of it. The other 15 k's is underwater.
Dude, that freaks me out. I hate underwater.
Dude, playing Subnautica gave me anxiety. Dude,
I had it
Subnautica.
before Subnautica, but dude.
Alex showed me this one as well. This
It
one
just
is-
baffles my mind why the person just started recording.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you
it's
start
really-
recording, see what happens.
It's pretty sus when you think about it.
Yeah.
He
Like,
planted a bomb.
There's just a dude up there about to push them.
Pushes one little rock.
Hey bro, look at this.
This was in 2012.
It's 8 years ago.
I love how they're using a train to transport truck transports.
well, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
freight
Well, it's a
train,
lot
though.
more efficient that way.
The efficiency
I guess.
levels are
I
through
was
the
gonna
roof.
say.
Look, you
How
see
many there are?
look at that.
What?
A bit of dirt
Oh,
falls. and
Jimmy
then-
up there trying to push it.
Jimmy's
Yeah, you see a bit more. I
and of
think
course it happens
I
when the
actually
double
think
cast
when-
come through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just when everything there's like more stuff.
Just when there's more stuff to go on, it's just like, oh yeah, of course.
I think
push
I know
it.
why he started recording because he already started
Yeah.
seeing dirt
Yeah.
falling.
Maybe-
apart, right?
maybe,
and
yeah,
then he
yeah,
started
yeah.
recording. He's like, oh, something might happen.
Maybe he just really
Yeah.
likes cargo trains. He's like,
Babies like me.
Yeah, look at that.
Lennox.
Oh, there it goes.
There it
Hey,
goes.
look, it just like comes straight down.
skadoosh.
And it just shows the power of it. It just like,
Glad that.
It's still
oh
going.
shit. Well, yeah, it's the train can't stop.
Yeah, because he doesn't know
And
that
there it
happens.
is.
Jesus.
He doesn't know.
Just imagine being in the front and then just
And
everything just starts shaking
He's gonna
violently.
Well, lucky it didn't
Well,
derail.
yeah, I mean,
I'm just glad
Yeah.
it wasn't on like a passenger
line.
carriage.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it's, just,
yeah.
it's like a cargo. It's like, okay,
Dude.
yeah, everything there is replaceable.
That would
Like,
be
Wow,
massive.
human lives,
Like
however.
4, 5.
That'd be
oh,
messy.
The other bits.
yeah, there's other people around.
Oh. Yeah, I just think he started seeing dirt fall.
He had
and
to have
theorized
just
that
like
something
saw
might-
dirt falling away,
And then he
was
started
just like,
recording.
oh, I better
This will look funny.
Let's start recording.
start recording.
I'm about to
Should we start wrapping up?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, it should.
We
Anything else
We
we should
are
say?
at 48 minutes.
Time to go home.
Is there anything we should say?
Kerbal Space Program 2.
If you
See
kept,
you in the next 3 months.
if you kept listening to this,
Show the
thank
Kerbal
you.
one.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a bit of a long one this time.
Make sure to subscribe and like the video.
Watch
Uh,
the Kerbal one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch the
I
Kerbal one.
probably can't have music because
That's fine.
Yeah, we don't get
But the
copyrighted.
graphics.
No, but look at that. Look at that.
Well, they did. This is unlike Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is like
It's Kerbin.
Kerbal Space
it
Program
is
compared
like
to
this
that
is cinematics.
Yeah, yeah,
This,
yeah.
this
It's
is cinematic.
That's
Why not?
beautiful.
But he just.
I mean, it does say not actually gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But still, it looks like such a good trailer.
Yeah, this was someone else made one for the original Kerbal game when it was in like pre-beta or something like that. Who made one of these, and they pretty much, I almost say copy, but I mean it's pretty
When
exciting.
I first watched this, I thought this was like.
I thought that was an
I
actual
think this was like a
gameplay.
proper space game, but then it was Kerbal Space. Like, no.
How long
Is that
was the gap between games?
Kerbal.
But,
Oh, between
but
Kerbal
no,
1
one,
and
no,
Kerbal
one,
2.
no one thought that. No one expected this though.
How many years?
Mm.
7
It's
years?
Because like
random.
you wouldn't think that Kerbal's a game like a sandbox where you just like build spaceships.
I was
Yeah.
not expecting them to make a second one. At all.
Yeah, it just it didn't make it, when you think of that sort of game, you just go, oh, it's just DLC. You just keep you just stick with the game.
But
You
the
keep
thing
going.
is, like, 50 years ago we got Pong, right? Which is just 2 sticks and a little ball.
Yeah.
But then now we have
Pong 2.
we do too.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't make-
but now look, we have
We got screen
we have
readers.
these games which is like really advanced and sophisticated and almost indistinguishable from reality.
But
Yeah.
if that's what their
It's
game
pretty
actually
amazing.
looks like, my PC's gonna die.
Yeah.
Same.
Heat
I,
bomb.
I can just
See
see
ya.
my PC just like
That's a man.
Yeah.
just having a like
Imagine
seizure on me.
imagine the next 50 years.
It's gonna be
Kerbal 50.
like it's
It's
just
gonna be like
Elder Scrolls
real
6.
life.
Yeah, real life. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like the Death Star.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like some Death Stars on.
I really hope that this has more
The only problem
multiplayer.
is
Yeah, if
that
that
it's storage.
Kerbal has
Yeah,
multiplayer.
Kerbal
That'd be so
I'm
awesome.
100%
The
gonna buy
problem with
Yeah.
multiplayer in games like this,
I don't. I
Can
mean,
be
if someone
Someone just crashes into your
if
base
someone
or
doesn't,
something.
if they don't have
Yeah,
multiplayer,
look at that. Yeah,
If
isn't
they don't-
that
if they don't
just
have
tiny
multi-
hint? That's
Kerbal's always had mod support though. It's always had that. So if it comes out and no one has
God.
and no one it doesn't have multiplayer.
Damn it,
it'll
Harry.
just-
Why'd you knock
someone
over the
mod it.
domes?
Well, that's
Well, I'm
Kerbal
hyped
Space.
for that.
yeah.
Yeah, that should come out.
So
That'll
I
be
guess we'll
coming out later.
wrap up now. Thank you
Yeah.
everyone if you've made it this far.
I just came up with a conspiracy.
We've had
no
it-
one's made it this far.
No, I know.
no one's
Only some
watched.
dedicated
No
fans.
one's watched past the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
If you've watched past the 10-minute mark, comment Harry's a stupid idiot.
Or just
just
comment purple elephant.
end.
yeah,
Yeah.
only if you've stuck to the end. Don't be.
Yeah.
Don't scrub.
Yeah,
through
don't
this.
be a dog. Don't be a
Don't
dog.
scrub.
Don't be a dog, bro.
Don't skip to the end.
Don't be a dog,
Don't be
man.
that
We need
person.
money.
Yeah, alright, so
Okay, so
Thank
Wrap it
you.
up, boys. Wrap it up.
Finley can do it.
Wrap it
Yeah.
up.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time.
And
whenever
hopefully
that
we
is.
can, yeah. And
Goodbye.
hopefully we can improve on our thing.
Yeah,
We also
we
have-
are working on a more improved schedule. Hopefully
Yes.
they will be more regular.
and we also have another thing that we might announce next time coming up. So
Yeah.
maybe.
We have,
We will-
there's
yeah.
more stuff in the there's more stuff in the pipeline.
yeah, in the
Yeah.
works. Alright, see you guys.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.